We've made it to finals Thursday, and there's more than just pride on the line in these bronze medal matches. There's an opportunity for two more teams to get some medals, a bit of silverware, and go home with more than just pride on the line. First up, we've got the girls, and it's Opunake taking on Manukura, and then in the boys, it's Hato Polder versus Manukura. Let's get it underway. Welcome back here to Palmerston North on what has ended up being a very nice Thursday afternoon. Was a bit cold this morning, but then the sun's come out and it is beautiful. It's been beautiful. Still a little bit cold in here though. Andrew Horrocks alongside Josh Thompson. Josh, great to have you back here today.
Hey, good to be back. Ready to go for this playoff day. Placings for the A grades for both the boys and girls.
First up, we've got the girls and the 3-4 playoff, Opunake High School versus Manukura. Manukura, I didn't expect to see them in this game.
No, they went down to Aquinas yesterday in their semi-final, 80-67. Bit of a surprise being the top qualifier in their region. But hey, sometimes it goes like that, and that's the way of tournament play.
We'll get into the team lists for Opunake. Number 20, Bella Pivac. 21, Georgia Symes. 23, Holly Gasson. 24, Jamie Winiera. 25, Bethany Cook. 30, Tessa Cook. 32, Anna Bright. 33, Lily Bright. 34, Paige Taylor. And head coach is Simone Cook.
And for Manukura, number 1, Taimaria Matahiki. Number 3, Tyler Singh. Number 4, Caitlin McIntosh. Number 5, Tarina Larson. Number 6, Legacy Harrison. Number 7, Elizabeth Brown. Number 9, Pasayas Minil. Number 10, Ngauru Matakatia. Number 11, Hope Lawson. Number 13, Piper Donaldson. Number 14, Michaela Bell. And number 15, Brianna Jones. And it is coached by our Junior Tall Blacks coach, Miles Pearce.
It's pretty cool, isn't it, to see Miles Pearce and Nick Hilvarth, to see the referees Mia Daly and Natalia Whiteley. You'd have Nick Hilvarth and Miles Pearce as your coaches. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, no, great experience there. Obviously, both played in the NBL for a number of seasons, and then I found out today that Nick Hilvarth is a Duke alum.
Yeah, he was captain when they won in 2002. I believe Carlos Boozer was on that team as well. So
yeah, JJ Redick, I think. And
no,
I think he was young.
Yeah, I think it was the year before JJ got there.
Yeah,
because he was 03 to 06. Funny story actually about Nick Hilvarth. I was sitting with Jenny Fotu, and Nick came over to say hello to their youngest, Jacob, because he played with Isaac in the Tall Blacks. And Jenny looked at me, she's like, "Who's that?" I was like, "Oh, it's Nick Hilvarth." She goes over and introduces herself. She's like, "Oh, how do you know Isaac?" And he's like, "Oh, I used to play in the Tall Blacks with Isaac." And I was like, "Oh my God." She didn't realise actually. And I think that's a cool thing about those older players who let go of the ego.
Yep.
And just come up and say hello to you as a person. It's like, "Oh, I'm Nick Hilvarth, I've done this, I've done that." I'm just Nick Hilvarth. I'm helping out now with Manukura.
Not Hilvarth, the ex-Tall Black, ex-Duke alum, I'm just Nick Hilvarth.
I think if I'd been coached by him, I think I would have been too starstruck the entire time.
Yeah, I saw one of the Manukura alum, newly appointed tall fern, Paris Mason, walking around, coming to support Manukura. So, and that's just to show that you can come from an A school and succeed at a higher level.
As well, coaching for Opunake, Simone Cook, two-time single A champion herself.
Yeah, coaching her 2 younger sisters, one in year 9 and year 12, she was saying
correct,
before.
Yep.
So that's awesome to see. And, we got what we wanted, and I saw Angelo Hill.
Is Angelo Hill in the building?
He is in the building. Yep, he is in the building.
Right, so the Kai Takoro are ready to go.
So
as we see, actually, Angelo Hill now walking into the stadium.
yep. Well, there's Opunake High School jacket. So
One of the sharpest dresses, I reckon, Angelo. And it's going to be underway. Manukura ball. And the players just a little bit confused which way they were meant to go there. But eventually just sorting things out. Great kick into the corner. And Matakatia no good with the kuruwhiwhi toru. And away come Opunake, but nice to get an open shot there, Josh.
yeah, straight off the bat there, they got a good look with a little penetration and kick out in the corner. And then they get a great defensive stop there. And the steal by McIntosh.
Quite big there to get a steal off Bethany Cook. She's the highest scorer at the moment in the single A girls, averaging 28 points per game in this tournament. As we see the finish and the first points on the board for Manukura.
Nice finish by Donaldson there.
So Opunake into a little on-ball handoff on the side. Changing action we didn't actually see last night, Josh. It's good to see some new stuff in this game. There's another steal there for Manukura and a kick ahead. And no good on the layup attempt. Away come Opunake grabbing the tūrapa. And you can actually hear the Manukura boys in the background. They'll be playing next. Awesome to see them come down and support the Wahine.
Oh yeah, it's great to see, you know, local team. But like we have seen that throughout, how if the boys are playing, the girls are there supporting, and then vice versa. So it's good to see the school spirit kicking in when both men and women's team are at this tournament.
I think it's so special. It's a little bit different, isn't it, the feeling here compared to a representative tournament. I know a lot of different associations are working hard to build that culture and make it a more immersive, but there's just something about the school spirit and having that badge on your chest playing for them.
Oh yeah, and you can't create that atmosphere of playing for your school and knowing that your girls and the boys are both here.
As a kuru whakau is good, and again Piper Donaldson is going to be a name, Josh, that I feel we're going to talk about a lot today.
She seems to be cutting to the hoop really well, and Manukura guards seem to find her on a cut.
And short there on the little photo, but Josh, did you see that cutter on the baseline?
I did. You know, that was a great cut. If she saw her little bounce pass, that would have been a easy two. And then the pressure there by number 32, Bright there, to force the turnover.
Anna Bright did an amazing job last night on the boards. From memory, I think she had about 15 rebounds for the game. Pretty impressive. And again, the swarming Manukura defense.
Yeah, doing a great job at just being disruptive, you know, forcing Opunake out of their offense, pushing them up.
Little tie up there. And good little one-hand swing pass. But the shot clock had gone off. Always nice to see passes like that from Paige Taylor, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah.
Good skill.
Yeah, they're always tough. You know, penetrate, under pressure, one-hand overheads. I'm a big advocate of practicing overhead passes with both hands, left and right.
Was that a skill that you'd nailed it in yourself in high school?
With the right hand, yeah, not so much with the left. Now I probably could do it with my left, yeah.
I was having a talk to 3x3 player Carl Neuer while we were watching Westlake versus St. Kentigans on this court beforehand. And we're both just saying the skill level now of these high school athletes, as the kuruwhiwhi toru is no good and the tūrapa goes the way of Manukura, but it's just so impressive.
Oh yeah, you know, you have the likes of, you know, Carl Neuer with the Swiss Factory.
There's the big and-one finish there for Piper Donaldson. And Manukura already out to a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, she's got her fingerprints all over this game at the moment. Hitting the boards as we see Matakatia missing the layup, but Donaldson's there to clean it up and get a offensive rebound and finish the traditional and one three-point play.
So here is Opunake. Bit of pressure there from Manukura. Good to see them in the Wahine defense.
Yeah, I like the way that they switched. As they switch hard and they're forcing
Another
Opunake
big
to
steal and runners for Manukura. And if McIntosh had seen the runner on the left-hand side, they could have had an easy layup. Step back, Kurufifi Toru is long, fight for the rebound. And the tūrapa ends up in the hands of Jamie Winiera.
So, yeah, she just took one too many there, and it forces Cook to take a timeout, being down 7. So she just want to relax. You know, we are playing for a medal here.
We are, and what adjustments do you think Coach Simone Cook is going to need to make, calling a timeout only 3 minutes into the game?
It's always tough. I think defensively they've got to do better at shoring up the paint with the face cuts. They did a good job in a couple of possessions, and down here on offense, just being a little bit more patient. Manukura is pressuring them and is forcing Opunake into tough passes. So offensively they're doing good things. They just need to settle down and not force the issue, I think, is the big thing that Cook is saying to her girls.
Now, we've been talking a little bit about Caltech's good sports, Josh.
We have.
And you could have seen when you look at the Manukura bench, behind them was actually Agnes Roundtree. And she used to run the canteen at Event Finder Stadium for many years. And all the profits that she'd make from that, she'd give back to Harbour Basketball to help young kids try and afford trips. So shout out to Agnes Roundtree, being one of the Caltech's good sports. So lovely to have her down here.
Oh, no, it's always amazing when people that give back to basketball always stick around basketball, and her being here is amazing, and what she's done for the Harbour community and looking to do for basketball in New Zealand in itself.
As you see, Miles Pearce there, just putting the sponsors Bailey's sign back. I gotta say, Josh, of all the coaches I've watched this week, Miles is the most relaxed out of everyone.
Oh, yeah, he has a relaxed demeanour. I don't think I've ever seen him get angry as a coach.
What about as a player?
Yeah, he was pretty fiery. I remember him when I was a young...
There's a lovely little putback there, and the kudu whakau is good from Paige Taylor.
You know, he was a no-nonsense, big hitter, big, physical, you know, but he did his job really well. You know, he knew what his role was, and he did it exceptionally well. I think that's Bright's second.
That is definitely a situation to watch if it was.
It was Taylor's second, number 34.
Paige Taylor. When we did the pool game for Opunake, I was really impressed with Paige Taylor, and I thought last night I was gutted for her because Ngātai Ātea did such a good job of making her one of the quieter players for Opunake. Time expiring on the shot clock, and the tūrapa is going to be a run-out situation, and Cook is fouled, gets back to her feet. Took a lot of contact on that one, but good to see those hustle plays, Josh.
Yeah, that was great defense there by Opunake. You know, they secured the defensive rebound. A little bit of a, would you say, McIntosh could have avoided that foul, but it's tough, you know.
It is. I mean, fouls are always going to be a contentious part of any tournament. There's a couple of bang-bang plays this morning that affected who's gone through the quarterfinals and the double A. But hey, such is life.
Yeah, saw some great games this morning. Obviously, if you went down here this morning, it was play-in games.
Yeah, preliminary quarterfinals to see who goes through and who ends up in the 9 to 16 bracket. There is Opunake, nice little lob pass there, and Bright off of Papamuri, and the tūrapa ends up with Manukura. Nice little Euro step, takes the contact.
There's Hope Lawton there. I believe she was part of the Manukura rugby team as well, so who was successful at Nationals, first equal.
I think such an amazing thing about these smaller schools is that you get the opportunity to do so much more, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about you, but I didn't go to the biggest school. Got to play rugby, cricket, basketball, for the top teams because we didn't have an amazing amount of numbers, but you got to play against people you never should have played against because
sure.
you're at those kind of schools.
Yeah, like I probably played volleyball when I shouldn't have at my school because it was a small school, and then I transferred to a bigger school, so I stuck to the one sport. So I feel you there, playing all sports. Yeah, probably something I weren't very good at, just because they make the numbers, and I was there.
Here's Cook, tough step through off the Papamudi, but well cleaned up there from her sister Tessa Cook, and another shot off the Papamudi, and it's going to stay here with only 8 seconds on the shot clock. Didn't hit the rim, so no reset.
Right. Shooting a 30-footer there.
Little floater off the tupper. And another foul there on Tessa Cook. And then it's going to be team foul number 4 for Opunake.
Opunake being guilty of just reaching in a little bit too much.
So here is Manukura, and they turn it over. Here comes Bright, running it out for Opunake. Kicks it on, step through, tries to go through the bodies, and it does so once again. Bethany Cook.
Yeah, showing why she is the leading scorer, making tough baskets like that on the break. And here she goes again.
Great pass across and just hits the foot of Georgia Symes. So here is Bright up the top. Good defense there from Manukura, but gets bumped off. Bright all around the tupper, and the tūrapa ends up in Manukura hands. Nice little outlet. The numbers here for Manukura. Little floater is good. What a bucket there from Hope Lawton. With the just a little sloppy on the transition defense, and so Georgia Symes is fouled and will go to the line.
You just need to be a little bit aware. I think both teams are guilty of when they score and not getting back on defense quick enough and letting the lead count runner get an easy basket. So I think both teams, there'll be a chat that I'll be having if I was either one of the coaches about transition defense, stopping the ball and looking where the runners are.
As here is Symes with her second attempt. In and out, and the tūrapa ends up in the hands of Hope Lawton. And a jump ball is called, and that's going to stay Manukura ball. And I don't know, Josh, they probably shouldn't have reset the shot clock on that one.
No, I think they're running it down.
Should be 19 on it.
19, running it down.
3 seconds to get it over, and they do so. Good little cross-court pass, but well read there from Anna Bright. And away come Opunake.
Yeah, Jones just guilty of not sealing Bright in the post position and allowing her to come through for the steal.
Tessa Cook there, a little bit over-aggressive, and it's going to be free throws here for Manukura.
Now, I believe that's Tessa Cook's second foul also. I'm just going on what they show.
That sounds about right. We don't have live stats for this one, unfortunately, but I think you're right.
Yeah, paddles, so she's going to take a seat. So that's Tessa Cook and Paige Taylor, both on 2 early in this game. So there'll be something to watch for.
Misses the first, Michaela Bell. And it misses both. Get away with one there, Opunake. And we're going to have another foul called here on Manukura. So that's their 4th team foul. Both teams about to be in the bonus. You can see how much this bronze medal match is meaning to both teams. Always good to leave with a little souvenir, Josh.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I remember being here in 2018. I think that was the last year I coached there with my Ellesmere College team, and their goal was to win a medal. It really didn't matter what colour. Just unfortunate it was silver, and losing to Manukura, so Manukura's only championship, I believe.
I do apologise to the viewers at home if there is any bias in Josh Thompson's commentary today. It's probably because he is still thinking that game back. Was it Rochelle Fury that was in
Yeah.
Manukura?
Dominated. She was MVP, so shout out to her if she's listening in America, watching her alumni play.
Here is Cook, lovely rip and go to the left hand. And she's going to claim that was a pass. Just put it up. Shot clock expired before it left her hands. I saw there's an article this morning written about Coach Modi Moore from the Breakers. There was a three-pointer that Melbourne hit that was counted. Hadn't left the hand before the shot clock expired. He was actually pretty good about it. He's like, you know, you get those breaks sometimes. As we see a foul called, so that is going to mean a couple of free throws.
Yeah. I like the way Opunake moved the ball side to side, trying to create an advantage off their dribble penetration. Oh, but I do think before they rotate it, someone needs to penetrate into the paint and then rotate just to get the defense to collapse a little bit. But I do like their action that they're running.
You see Coach Miles Pearce again, just get a few greys now, becoming a little bit of a silver fox for Manukura.
Yeah.
And then out there off the tapa, and the turapa comes away. Manukura looking to get out and run.
Bright is getting good looks, they're just not falling for her.
I love that skip pass onto the weak side for the open Kurufifi Toru. But it can be hard, Josh, when there's no wall right behind the basket to get proper depth perception on those shots.
Yeah, I've had a few people talk about the big screen. It's quite hard to shoot with the big screen, but, you know.
That's not going anywhere.
No, we can't move that bad boy. But it's all about adaptation, right? Players need to adapt to different situations and where they play, but.
There's Cook there, no good on the floater. Turapa Manukura ball. Just over a minute to play here in quarter number one of the girls' single A bronze medal match. Rejects the on-ball Arai. Good double team here from Opunake.
Good
and
patience.
Off the tupper, Brianna Jones. Good little footwork though.
Yeah, she did well not to travel there.
Georgia Symes for Opunake.
See, the penetration and kick will work. You know, the girls just need to be ready to shoot when they're open, just as Georgia did then.
Well, it's such a big thing, isn't it, Josh? It's just a natural instinct when you see a player penetrate as a defender to slide over.
Yeah. You know, and then it's all about knowing positioning, where your teammates are, where they like to shoot, who shoots a better high percentage, as Bright there misses the three.
Little scrap for the rebound, and away comes Hope Lawton for Manukura. 4 seconds to play, turns it over. Is Opunake going to shut off? Yes, they do. And a little bit short there from Bethany Cook. So, 1 quarter down in this one. Manukura leading Opunake 12-6. Josh Thompson, anything stand out to you in that first quarter?
I think foul trouble was the big thing for Opunake. You know, 2 of their starters out with 2 fouls. Manukura managed to get on the free throw line for a good portion of that quarter. So, you know, just keeping your hands out. And Manukura, you know, more of the same. Get out and run, looking at getting easy baskets early. And that, I think they've done a great job on defense at walling up and not fouling when girls are getting to the hoop. So, you know, a few adjustments to be made, so we'll see if teams make those adjustments.
As we have a look at a couple of crowd shots. Well, let's go see a few more people in attendance, Josh, and tonight it could get raucous in here.
Yeah, I think we have the boys' 3rd and 4th game between Manukura and Hatupolda, so a local derby, and then the big one's coming up. For the A girls, I believe it's Aquinas taking on Ngātai Atia, Wharekura. And the boys, Opunake taking on also the boys from Ngātai Aotea Wharekura, so they're looking to do the double.
It was awesome, wasn't it, last night during the girls' semi-final to see the boys from Ngātai Aotea in support with the Pit Vipers on.
Oh, yep. They have great colours, the orange and black.
As we see Hayes Walker in attendance.
Yeah, so sitting in the box and they just notice themselves on the big screen, so waving there. And there's new Torfern, Paris Mason.
That's cool, isn't it, on that trip that they're going to Australia to see a few new players coming through and opportunities being given?
Yeah, for sure. I know I've seen Olivia Berry around helping with St. Kitts women's team, so yeah, new Torfern as well. So it'll be good to watch. I know guys going to be a lot of grooming, and funny enough, Stella Beck was on my flight to Wellington from Christchurch.
Really?
On Monday, so I caught up with her about it, so she's looking forward to it as well.
I think it's awesome. I mean, we've seen the benefit it's had for the Tall Blacks with those younger teams they've sent to Asia Cups and things like that. So if there's opportunities for the women to do it as well, we're only going to build the depth within the country, so I'm all for it.
Yeah, for sure.
They got off the Papamuri, and here come Manukura with their first possession of the second quarter. And a 5-out set here, just looking for a bit of ball movement. Be nice to see some cutters. We'll just see an attempted dribble handoff.
It's great defense.
And it's going to be a jump ball, stay Manukura ball.
Winner just staying in her spot, and Manukura just driving into the lanes there.
Good to see the legend Joe Frost still on the school bench as well.
Still running the shot clock.
Actually saw his son in the gym this morning, moving a bit of tin. Big, strong young man. How old is Tia?
28.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He was year 9 when I was year 13. He must be, 30. He'll be 30. Yeah.
See what, 06?
Yeah, I finished in 05. I repeated. 04 was my year 13 year. I went year 14, so.
That's a lovely jump shot there from Anna Bright.
Good pressure.
And a steal. Cook to the hoop. Hits the tupper and the Papamuri. And the bus is not going to count, but we're going to see a foul there on Manukura, and it's going to stay Opunake ball. As we have another look at this, good strong take, good offensive rebound, and on the pass, Jamie Winiera was fouled. Here's Georgia Symes. Back up to Bright with the deep. Kurufifi Toru. And I just feel like, Josh, these last couple of games, we've seen a far less three-pointer attempts than we've seen earlier on.
A lot of, both teams are at the rim, trying to, draw foul contact, because they've seen Manukura shot a fair bit of free throws in that first quarter, and they're still trying to do the same thing here.
As you see the Opunake boys as well, supporting their girls in this. That's right, isn't it, when these co-ed schools for the boys and girls teams to support each other when they're not playing. Great extra pass here. Manukura, 1 second on the shot clock, get it off.
Great defense from Opunake. I love the ball movement from Manukura, but Opunake scrambled really well out in that position defensively. So
I feel like they could just, if they could get some off-ball cutters from the next pass, it could really open up some good driving lanes that could create some more good shots there for Manukura. Here is Bright. Big jump shot is short. And away come Manukura with the two-rapper. Looks left, she's got a wide open player, but well read from Anna Bright to get back.
Anna Bright has done that a couple times now in that game, just been the trail defender, hustling back. So for you watching at home, that is prototypically, your hustle plays that will win you games and medals, as both teams are playing off of that.
Well, Bethany Cook's definitely been the star in the amount of points she scored, but When you talk about tournament teams, I'd be very surprised if Anna Bright doesn't end up in the conversation for the single A girls.
Oh, for sure. You know, she's doing a lot for her team. Even like
Step back, Kurufifi Toru was short.
we both know it's not all about scoring. You know, it's what do you do defensively, rebounding for your team, and how influential are you in your team's success, right?
And it's a tough one as well, though, when you're selecting those tournament teams with so many games going on to be able to get around and see all of that. But I've actually been pretty impressed the last couple of years with the selectors. They've done a pretty good job of not just looking at the top scorers for the tournament, but getting out and watching as we see a timeout called.
Shout out to, I think, the selectors that are doing them. They're doing a great job getting around the games, and some of them are coaching at the same time as well. So
that's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited actually. Tomorrow morning I've got Miles Pearce in the commentary booth with me doing a semi-final. And not only is he coaching, he's also selecting the boys' AA teamers. We see Angelo Hill there, and it looks like the sun has been out in Opunake.
I think he's been golfing.
Well, it's according to Coach Aaron from the Opunake boys. He's off a scratch at the moment. That is that man can play some serious golf.
Yeah, I think he's the brain trust of what they're going to do in the final. So, yeah, I'm intrigued by tonight's game. Very intrigued.
And both the girls and the boys.
The girls and the boys. Yeah.
I saw Aquinas play on the live stream earlier, and for them to come up over against that Manukura team and win, that shows you just how much talent they have. Looking forward as well to the coach interviews.
Yep.
You at home get to listen to them. Got some great insights from all the coaches as well. So I've got to get back to the drawing board and get some good questions for tomorrow. Find out who's coaching in these semi-final games and make sure I do a good job because...
If you are around and you want to check out quarterfinal action, I know the girls' quarterfinals for the AA are on as we speak. So
yeah, boys are live at 4 PM as well. And I would be interested to see in the future, I would have staggered them. I would have gone 2 boys, 2 girls, and 2 boys, 2 girls. Because if you only want to watch the girls, which a lot of people do, to try and chase around 4 courts at the same time, that is not an easy job.
No. And we did that yesterday in our breaks.
I was doing it this morning as well, while watching the prelim quarterfinals and trying to run around 3 courts that were all at different areas of the gym. And it's not a small area, is it, in here, Josh?
No, like, there's, if you want to see those 4 games, there might have been 1 in here.
There was?
2, I think 2 and 2 and 2.
1 in court 1 and 1 in court 3.
So it was quite hard. This game's kind of hit a lull period, I like to call it. There's no real ascendancy by either team, and as I say that, Donaldson getting, I believe, her 8th point of the game. As Cook is fouled, and she was going to the free throw line for 2. I was about to call it the Rosine.
Josh, we've done such a good job of not plugging that paint company all week.
I had to do it once.
And we got there.
I should have left it for one of the other games, but...
And no good there. Away come Manukura, and this pressure from Opunake pays off. Steal from Bright. Here is Cook.
It's great defense.
And travel call, so that's going to stay Opunake ball, and it just goes to show, doesn't it? Hustle pays off.
No, it definitely does, as we see there again. Quick hands there by number 12, which we do not have a name down.
For Manukura.
No.
Stitch up once again, stitched up from Julie as the big Kurufifi Toru from Anna Bright is good, and it is a 1 possession game.
Yeah, I think if that girl finds her shooting touch, Manukura might be in for it.
The big return there from Piper Donaldson. Always good when baskets are exchanged, isn't it, Josh?
Oh, for sure. You know, so the games don't get so...
Here is Caitlin McIntosh for Manukura. Out of the double team and stripped, kick ahead pass to Cook, run out. And back to a 2-point game. And would you think about a timeout here if you're Manukura?
Yeah, I would, but I think Miles is making a couple subs, bringing in a couple starters back in just to handle the pressure, which they did a decent job semi-handling the pressure, but I think just being a little bit patient, letting the trap come and kicking the ball out.
And that one is no good. Turapa taken by Anna Bright once again. Bright up the top, just assessing options. Fakes the handoff, gets caught and is fouled.
I don't think both teams are being guilty of reaching in when they don't really need to. You know, they've been called a lot of reach-in fouls.
Right, bucket.
Using her size and strength to overpower her defender.
And nearly gets the trap again on that weak side. Tie ball game here. What a little bounce pass, but stolen from Opunake. And a chance here to take their first lead of the game. Little dribble handoff action. Comes around the corner, Symes for 2, and that is a bank chop off the Papa Moody. Gorgeous thing about these weekdays, isn't it, Josh? Bank is open.
Yeah, it is. It is. Interesting to see Miles riding it out here. I'm a big fan of letting players ride it out, ride the wave. Because as a coach, using your timeouts like a chess match with each other, right? Who's going to call it?
There's another floated there off the Papa Moody. I agree, he's probably done the second best thing, right? Make a substitution. So at least you're making a little change, and if you get one message out through them about something to do. Here is Manukura.
Yeah, like, you know, two timeouts, sorry, in the first. You know, precious, you want to use them later in quarters, not early.
No good there off the tupper, but the turapa can't be corralled, and it's going to stay Opunake ball. And I know, Josh, we talk about saving, but with 3.5 minutes to play, I'd say one more possession. If Opunake score here and I'm Miles, I'm taking it.
Yeah, you're definitely thinking about it.
Kick out Paige Taylor. No good off the tupper from the Kurufifi Toru. And there's a foul called. And there's that little momentum switch.
Yep.
This could be something that gets them going.
I think if Opunake scored, he's definitely calling. He's thinking about calling a timeout. I like the fact that he let them ride it out, got a foul call, and it's just, let's see if we can get a good offensive look. And Opunake are doing a great job at blitzing the screen sometimes with the double.
Here comes Bright again. Had Cook streaking down the court. Goes to the south and it finishes the Kuru Whaka'u. Again, Miles still not looking at it.
Thinking about it. That's a great kick out.
And the Kuru Fifi Toru, no good. It's going to end up stay a Manukura ball. And I tell you what, these are almost the situations where it's a double banger to have it, because you can A, pass on a message, but B, you can run a little set play, get an easy score.
Yep. You go into one of your go-to offensive sets is always good to talk through, especially in a timeout setting.
Great kick out, foot's on the line though, so it's a deep 2. And they were short from Nauru Matakatia.
Yeah, Opunake have done a great job at just trying to limit Manukura to one shot in each position. Great pass.
What a pass to Paige Taylor.
There's that penetration I talked about, getting into the paint and getting a great shot with a layup. Uncontested.
And it is getting loud here in Fly Palmy Arena. Manukura, little no-look pass to the corner. And the tūrapa is going to go out of bounds and stay at Manukura ball. Bella Pivac there just thinking about it.
Yeah, she was. Not knowing who it goes off. That probably a one where she should have grabbed it, but
there is Manukura again wide open in that corner. Little floater off the tapa, and tūrapa goes there to Winiera. And away comes Bright for Opunake. 8-point lead here, massive swing in this game. It was 12-6 from memory at quarter time. And Bethany Cook is going to go alone with a chance to extend it. So looking at potentially a 20-4 run here in this second quarter.
yeah, massive. You know, Opunake really settled down after that first 3-4 minutes of the game, and
Cook makes the first.
Slowly clawed back into this game. Well, you know, shouldn't say clawed back, but they're, you know, clawed into the lead. About to looking at taking a 10-point lead, or am I commentating cursing that?
Right, you've nailed it. That curse is going to come back to bite us at some point now, I feel like, in this
for
game.
Sure.
Little half-court trap there from Opunake, but good work from Manel to spin out of it. And a little handoff, one extra pass, not taken. And off the tapa, the tūrapa is going to end up in the hands of Opunake from the inbounds.
Great action. You know, you got Harrison on a drive, had a chance for an offensive rebound. And here's that timeout we were talking about, Miles taking.
It's an interesting time to take it with 1 minute and 25 seconds to play, Josh. What message do you think he's trying to get through for that last 90 seconds?
Oh, just shoring up what they're doing on defense, I think. You know, Opunake have got easy layups at the rim, even out of a half-court set from their cutting. Offensively, dealing with that half-court trap that they keep throwing the ball away, and that's a big one there too.
Don't forget, there's still plenty of action to come today. After this, we've got the boys' third and fourth playoff. Manukura playing on Hato Paura. And then it's the big ones, the boys and girls single A's. Firstly in the girls, it's Ngāti Atia taking on Aquinas College, and then Ngāti Atia taking on Opunake. Bit of gymnastics in the gym, Josh?
Yeah, freely for kids to run around and partake in using up all the space. But looking down at the crowd, it's slowly building. I know the A games, playoff games will finish off, and then as you see the Opunake boys heading off to prep for tonight's finals. So
all saying hello there to Angelo Hill.
Yeah, I believe that's Cameron Quayle's grandmother up in the stands too. So
here is Opunake, little dribble handoff, Bright. Kurufifi Toru is good. And not what you wanted if you're Manukura having taken that timeout.
Yeah, she's just got a bit of daylight, and the way that she's shooting the ball, you know, with confidence, you might not want to leave her open too many times.
Great kick ahead pass, and good jump there from Bethany Cook to avoid the advertising hoarding.
That is one thing that I have found in basketball at the level, high school level. Lane running is not amazing. It's good, but it's not amazing.
What are some simple things, given that you are a high-level coach, that for those listening at home who want to improve it can do to help improve that?
Just learning to run wide, touching sidelines. And if you are passing, lead passes, don't throw to the player, throw to where you anticipate them going.
Big step there from Manukura, and the pass is good. And a foul, so Michaela Bell is going to go to the line, and this could be, with 21 seconds to play, A little lift for Manukura going into halftime.
Yeah, that was impressive. Matakatia hitting the deck and at the same time throwing it between her legs. Bounced past perfectly for Bell.
Converts the first and is back to a 10-point game. Chance here to make this single digits. Talked about commentators' curses before. Josh, is this going to be the one that comes home to roost? Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, everyone at home, that's fully on me. Right, chance here for the last shot, but what a trap. Somehow gets that away. Kick it to Cook in the corner.
Nice.
And off the Papamuri. So 5 seconds to play here. Manukura, can he get a shot off? Oh, and travel called. And I tell you what, Josh, there is a timeout left for Opunake if they want to take it. There is a timeout left. We see Joe Frost turning around to have a little laugh there with Angelo Hill.
Yeah.
Don't take the timeout, Cook. And that one is long. So halftime here in girls single A, 3rd and 4th playoff. Opunake 31, Manukura 19. We're going to take a little quick commercial break and we're back with you for the second half.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
Kia ora, Lauren Hiblay here from the Tall Ferns. We're out here in Flaxmere Park in Hawke's Bay. We've just opened up this new basketball court for hoops in parks. It's really cool to provide the tamariki with somewhere to go, somewhere to be physically active, play a bit of basketball with their friends. Good asset to the community, especially for those young ones who want to get amongst basketball. So yeah, it's really cool to see us open this new facility in this park that is just beautiful in Hawke's Bay.
Kia ora, Pierre Cameron here. Just want to talk a little bit about the Hoops in Parks and the Hoops in Schools program. It's been amazing. The return on investment is priceless. The accessibility for all the kids and the tamariki to get in here and enjoy themselves, especially through these trying times, been amazing. And just to get outside, you know, it's pretty awesome walking outside and seeing this kind of ballpark available. It's great, especially in these times.
Kia ora whānau, Peliri Oli here, Councillor for Flaxmere Ward, Hastings District Council. I'm here to support the initiative today, Hoops and Parks. Very, very amazing result, and it's encouraging our people to come and spend time here, and especially together with the youth. I encourage other councils to jump on board. Yeah.
Kia ora, wāre whiatu. Really enjoyed it here at the Flaxmere Courts. And looking forward to play again.
We've been waiting for the courts to open for a while now. Now that they're up, I'm glad that they're here for an activity after school. And yeah.
I like that the courts are purple.
What I like about the court is that it's different to many other courts in Flaxmere.
I like these courts because they're in a good position from if you want to go to the park or come here. And I like it because it's easy to bounce the ball and take easy shots.
My name's Ricky Lee. Shout out to everyone that made these courts happen, and yeah, me Naz.
No time to fluff around today? No worries. Just swing into Caltex and pay for fuel with Pay an App to speed on through. Ooh, yeah. Feels good. Use it at your local participating Caltex.
Welcome back here to Fly Palmy Arena. Andrew Horrocks alongside Josh Thompson. And it's been a game of 2 quarters, hasn't it, in that first half. Manukura coming out so strongly at the block, and then Opunake, it was all them in the second half.
Yeah, they really settled down and got their offense going, and you know, when Anna Bright catches fire from the 3-point line, You know, that's always a good start for Opunake, but interesting to see adjustments made. I know we talked about Miles and his timeouts. He took it late, but he made good his subs, I thought, just to hold off taking that timeout too early.
Now, we talk about players making the most of this single A opportunity to try and get to bigger things, and I wanted to shine a little light actually on Ngātai Pirani Maika, who plays for Te Aroha in the boys section. He had 50 points last night, and this might be an unofficial record. He had 16 threes.
Yeah, that would definitely have to be a record. Unofficially, officially.
I've never heard of that. Is like,
that's ridiculous.
To even take 16 threes in a game is ridiculous, but to make 16?
Impressive.
I tell you what, Alec, there's something in that water that Alex Stojkovic has
well,
put in, because he's done well. He's got shooters down there.
His team drenched him in that water after the game, so we have some updates for quarterfinals for AA. Whangarei girls leading the Rotorua girls 38-29. St Andrews College leading Hamilton girls 40-31. Tauranga girls are up against Hastings girls 49-42. And Westlake girls leading defending champions St Peter's Cambridge 39-18.
Well, I'll tell you what, one game that I will definitely be keeping an eye on in terms of an interview tomorrow is Whangarei girls. Let's see Ray Cameron, how he's going to go about being articulate. Well, he is a very articulate man, but how he's going to articulate something on an interview. As easy foul call there from 21, Georgia Symes, and good start there for Manukura.
Yeah, that's a great start there from Manukura. You know, getting easy baskets, managing to get to the free throw line as she hits the first.
And it rolls around the tapa, hits a bit of the Papamuri, and it makes the second. Back to a 10-point game here. Opunake at 31, Manukura 21. Little rip and a drive. And we're going to see an offensive foul call there against Cook. Sister Simone, head coach. A bit of a tough call there, Josh. I thought she was just trying to create a bit of space, but illegally apparently.
Yeah, there's been a lot of offensive foul calls I've seen with players extending the arm. That's a great look.
Beautiful pass to Michaela Bell for the easy Kuru Whakau.
Manukura coming out strong in the third. I think they've managed to fix handling the pressure. And there's a Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Missed by Harrison.
Away comes Cook to the hoop.
Tough.
And the Kuru Whakau is good. Once again off the Papamuri. Just so aggressive, isn't she, Josh?
Yeah, at full speed. That's impressive. Going that's fast and finishing with the offhand. And as I said, Manukura were handling the pressure. They turned the ball over.
Interesting, you look at the amount of rep players on both sides. Opunake have 3. Manukura have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of their players are involved in the Manawatu program. Yeah. From under 15s through to under 19s.
It's a nice move there from Harris. A little hesitation, finishing at the rim.
Good pass, and away come Opunake. Said jump shot is good. Was in slow motion on the stream that I'm watching, and away come Manukura. Step through is short. Turapa ripped down by Bright, kicks it ahead. And Cook again.
That was great. If you saw her running, she was sprinting to get that. That was great That's your prototypical what you want to run the lanes. Sprint, and Bright found her on the break and with the easy finish.
Would you say the defender got mossed on that one?
I can't really say that one because that's huge.
There's a big Kurupipi Toru. Is good for Manukura to bring this back now into a single-digit game and travel called.
Great defense.
Let's have another look at that. Beautiful little lob pass to the corner.
Side contest. Those are always hard when someone's running at you on the side.
So Manukura, can they keep chipping into this Opunake lead? 37-28, step through off the Papamuri. And the Turapa comes down and just needed to look to her left. But didn't see it, did Paige Taylor. Here is Anna Bright. Spin, Papamuri off the tapa and in. For the Kuru Whaku. And if anyone at home has the Māori pronunciation for floater shot, let us know because that gets said a lot. So just a little break here and the back come Opunake. Loses the dribble but doesn't touch it, so it's not a carry ball. Bright Kuruwhaku is no good. Sorry, the Kuruwhiwhi Toru. As away come Manukura. And we're seeing a zone look from the looks of things there, Josh.
Yeah, they're just changing their defense. I think it's a good change because Manukura are getting in the paint. And there's Cook again running the lane so beautifully, just unable to finish on the break.
And the skip pass no good, so there's going to be Opunake ball. Looking here to extend their 11-point lead as we see the Molten sign taken out. What are your thoughts on the new basketballs that they bought in last year?
Interesting, darker colour. Not as they need to be worn in because when they're new they're quite slippery. But if you wear them in a little bit, you know they're like those old school NBL balls. When they're new, they're yuck. But when they get a little bit new, a little bit rougher, they just feel a little bit nicer.
It was always different with the 6 and the 7X.
Yeah.
We're slightly different. As we have a look at the scores there, I believe it was 45-23 Westlake over St. Peter's.
Yep, shout out to James Lisselman from Canterbury.
Yeah, James, if you could actually send us how to figure out how to do that, that'd be great. When I was helping develop Glory League, that wasn't a thing, and now they've got it. So I never got to see that stuff. What about Whangarei girls? How are they getting on? As we see another Kuruwhaku.
Whangarei girls still up on Rotorua girls, 44-36.
Come on, Ray. Kuruwhiwhi Toru attempt is short. Great kick out again. How high is the motor on Bethany Cook? Because she never seems to tire from running out in transition.
She is running the lanes like a champion. And how... Girls, if you're watching, watch Bethany Cook. There she is again. Look at her go.
Sprinting out. Travel call.
Tough. So some score updates while we take a timeout. Whangarei girls up 44-39 on Rotorua, I believe.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yep. And we have St. Andrews College up 48-35 on Hamilton girls. Westlake girls 50-25 on St. Peter's. And Tauranga girls up 34-32 against Hastings girls. No, that's not correct. That must be a typo.
We'll have another look at that one as
There it is.
we've got the score.
Yeah, there it is. 59-45.
Over Hastings.
Over Hastings.
That's quite impressive because I saw Hastings play a couple of days ago and they were a very impressive, although very young, team.
Opunake just opening up a 15-point lead there late in that, early in that third, just by, I think they're just the sheer sprinting of Bethany Cook getting layups.
I've always talked to Kevin Braswell about if you're fitter than your opposing number, how many extra points do you reckon you could average per game? He reckons 8.
I believe that.
One basket a quarter?
Yeah, getting out and running, just outworking your opponent, you know, and
here is Manukura, little handoff onto the right wing. Great defense from Pivac.
Yeah, they're in a little 2-3 zone by the looks of things.
But it's like a 2-3 trap zone, right? As they get the deflection and the steal into the hands of Anna Bright. Crossover into the corner. Cook, rip and go. Great cross-court pass to Pivac. Hits the tapa and the Papamuri.
Great rebound there from Donaldson. A great outlet pass from Donaldson as well. The one-hand baseball.
Away comes Opunake. Here is Cook. Lovely little handoff into the corner. Pivac turning it round. And we're going to have a foul called against Manukura. Bright to inbound. Really surprised they're looking for Cook. Big Kurufifi Toru attempt is short.
So 4:20 to play. Still in the balance. Manukura just need to shore up their defense, I think. As we see Donaldson for 3 in the corner. And I think turnovers are another thing. But this connection, the Bright Cook connection is on point today. And there's Cook there for another. That's a tough finish. Could have been an and one, but managed to finish through the contact, which is always good. And there's another Bright to Cook on the break.
Oh, what about the little rocket ship over the top? And the backdoor pass away from Manukura.
Good find.
Brown kicking it to the corner. Little floater is off the tupper. And Legacy Harrison couldn't convert.
It's a little bit too... Threw it a little bit too hard out there on the rebound, did Paige Taylor. But Manukura need to really talk about the Bright Cook connection, because it seems to be the one that's hurting them the most at the moment.
So the Rangitoto boys just walking back onto the court there. That are tough losses. Oh, the heave almost goes, as does the second attempt. Tough loss to Auckland Grammar in their prelim quarterfinal.
Yeah, I believe they went down by 9.
Yeah, you wonder what would happen if Tautoko Wynyard was still in the country.
Yep. You know, there's a few of those not in the country. Tautoko Wynyard, Nick Book, Dante Russo-Nout.
Yeah, great win from St. Kennigan's, taking down Westlake by 1. Contentious final play, but they come out winners and keep their hope of defending their national title alive. And you never know, Josh, we might have 2 new, in the double A's at least, national titles. St. Peter's down against Westlake Girls, and St. Ken's are going to have a tough quarterfinal. I haven't actually looked at who they're matched up with yet, but those top 8 teams across the board. It's tough to pick it, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I think I was talking to someone that this is the first year that I've come to Nationals for a long time and thought, I don't know who's going to win. And you see a beautiful, jump stop step through by Legacy Harrison.
So here is Opunake, and they've really turned this game on its head. Only 6 points in the first quarter. Offensive explosion ever since to get to 46. 20 points a quarter, Josh. You've got to be pretty happy with that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Goals as an offense, you want to get at least 20 a quarter. Defensively, I'm between the 12 to 15. 15, 12 points is what you want to see, and I think Opunake have done a great job so far. Obviously still a long way to go with 12 minutes left in this ball game, so anything can happen, as we've seen throughout the tournament. 20-point lead is not a big lead.
Oh, tough shot there off the tapa. And here come Manukura with the tūrapa. Good kick ahead, lane.
Great.
And the kuru whakau is good for Brianna Jones.
Way to run the lanes. You always reward the big for running paint to paint because they have to run the furthest.
And both these teams, of course, would have played North Island qualifying against each other. Manukura was the top seed from the North Island.
Yeah, and I believe
Opunake finished fourth.
Yeah, so whatever happens at regionals, you can't really pay much attention because we've seen as this tournament's going on, the top teams aren't usually have been knocked out. Sorry.
It's cool to see multiple teams in the same region as well get to this. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
For the AA boys, 3 of the Zone 1 teams made it through.
Yep.
How many Zone 4 teams? It would have been what? Waimea made it through. Christ College made it through.
Just Waimea and Christ College, I believe. So here's our quarterfinal matchups for the boys. Rotorua Boys High take on Auckland Grammar. Rosmini versus Waimea. New Plymouth Boys taking on St. Kennigan's, and Christ College and Mount Albert Grammar.
Sorry, who's Auckland Grammar playing?
Rotorua Boys High.
That is going to be an absolute stellar matchup. What are your predictions for those 4 games?
I'm going to say Rotorua, Rosmini, New Plymouth, Christ College.
Picking all the favourites, I love it. I'm going to change one up. I'm going to go Auckland Grammar over Rotorua Boys High. Maybe I'm a little bit biased from Auckland, but I think that could be the one. So, there's actually 4 teams from Zone 1.
Yep.
They got through. Battle tested.
Yep, 4 from Zone 1.
Classic DCA.
Yeah.
Always comes to play in tournament play. I was talking to St. Kennigan's assistant coach, Zach Chan, as the big kuruwhiwhi toru attempt is good.
And Simone Cook has really put her marks on this third quarter with her share out sprinting the lanes, and they're hitting the 3. So you see why she leads the league in scoring for this tournament. So
what a pass to Paige Taylor. And the floater is good. Not just scoring, Josh, vision as well.
Vision, defense. She's all over the place. And that's the end.
That'll do it for quarter number 3 in the girls single A 3rd and 4th playoff game. Opunake leading Manukura 55-34. Score update, Josh Thompson.
Yep, score update. We're looking likely for a Ray Cameron interviews. Whangarei girls are up 60-45 on Rotorua girls. St. Andrews College 64-46 against Hamilton. Westlake girls 62, St. Peter's Cambridge 31. And in our other quarterfinal, Hastings girls are down 51-69 against Tauranga Girls College. So it looking like we have top 4, 1 from each region. No, there'll be 2 from Zone 1 if Whangarei go
Zone
through.
1A, always the
Yeah.
spoiler.
Yeah.
What do you reckon the least like zone is out of all the zones? Zone 1, surely.
Yeah, I would say Zone 1. To be honest, Zone 4 is probably one of the hardest zones to get out of because there's 6 spots in 24 teams.
And it's the whole South Island as well.
It's the whole South Island. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind them actually splitting that, I think. I mean, you look at the rep.
Yeah.
The way that it's set up for reps, there's 5 zones, so you've got that extra zone in South Island, whereas I don't know where the line is, but
So
North Otago, right, is...
when I was playing early 2000s, they split. It was split into 3 zones: top, mid, and south. But only 2 teams got through from each zone. So 2 Nelson, 2 in the Canterbury region, 2 in the Otago region. When they changed that, the reason they changed that, I think, is Canterbury region was saying, hey, we've got more teams that are probably bid it, and then it kind of showed this year. We had 4 teams from our region come through, and 2 from Nelson, but none from the Otago bottom south region. So, you know, they still had good teams, but it was tough. The Zone 4 is tough. Even when I was playing, Zone 3 is still tough. There's still 24 teams in Zone 3 as well. So,
I mean, it's huge, right? I remember when I was at school, we had 16 teams at Zone 1 qualifiers, and they've actually changed that zone where now north of the Bombays, there's the zone. St. Kitts used to be in Zone 2, but it's so tough on those big ones to... If you come out of your pool even there, I mean, you're having a pretty good year, I reckon.
You know, I believe 7 come from Zone 1 in the boys and 5 from Zone 2.
Yeah, I think that's how it's split now. We had 5 of the boys' teams in 2019 come in the top 12.
Yeah.
So I guess you could argue it's fair that they get more than everyone else, but as people are criticising us across the way, saying do some work.
Do some work. It's my older sister. She's allowed to do that.
We do our research, we do some interviews. You'll see those coming up in both the girls and boys single A final. If you log in to the pre-match build-up, here's all the coaches is a tough floater is no good, and off the tupper.
There's Donaldson again. She's been really impressive throughout this game for Manukura. She started strong. She was the initiator for their early success, but she's continued. As we see Christ College walking in, and St. Pat's Silverstream, I believe.
St. Pat's Silverstream, one of my nominations for best uniform at this tournament.
Yeah, I do like their uniforms. They're nice. If you have any votes, people, shout out to us and who you think the best uniforms are.
Don't forget about the Caltex Good Sport nominations. If you want to nominate someone who you think has been a good sport, you can either track down one of the BBNZ members, or you can email tournaments at basketball.nz. I'll tell you what, Josh, that is an award I'm definitely not going to win after this week.
No, I think, you know, we can't qualify for those because we just sit up here and criticise and talk hoops. So I don't think we've been critical.
And get draws to change.
Yeah, draws to change. So I think you're out of the loop.
I'm definitely. I'm Caltech's bad sport.
Yeah. And shout out to the BBNZ crew that are here doing a survey. So if you have time, I know Laurie McDaniels and Tessa Morrison and their crew are down there taking surveys and giving away free snacks as well.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I would have been down. What are the surveys for, Josh? Do you know?
Not entirely sure. I just think it's the way tournaments run and...
What, they're asking players?
Yeah, they're asking players and teams and seeing what we can do better.
I've got a Rosmini top actually in my hotel room, so I might put that on and write a 1,500-word essay on what I think should change.
Yeah. You just say it's from Rosa and nothing to do with anyone else.
Just being an annoying person.
Just Andrew just annoying people.
As Bri with the kuruwhiwhi, Toru is off the Turapa stays. For Cook turns the corner and is fouled. So she's going to low and shoot some free throws as we have another look at it. Look, just comes off the little screen, turns the corner.
Yeah, Cook and Bright have really been instrumental in the second half on why Opunake have this 20-point lead. Just a quick scoring update also. Whangarei girls 62 up on Rotorua 47. St Andrews College 71. Hamilton girls 51. Westlake girls 71. St Peter's Cambridge 39. And our last quarterfinal, Tauranga Girls College are up on Hastings girls 77 to 53. So they're well into the fourth quarter. So interesting. One of the favourites looking like they're going to fall short this year.
I think there needs to be an asterisk though on that St Peter's performance, losing their two best players during this tournament.
Yeah.
And our thoughts are with them. It's never nice to see either on your team or you don't even like playing against teams because you don't. Anytime you come to these things, don't you, Josh? You want to prove yourself against the best.
100%. You know, our condolences and our prayers go out to those two players that were injured. I believe Tanika Ledger-Walker and Tiana Day going down with an ankle injury yesterday in their last pool game. As we see, Opunake have just slowly grinded and worked this way with this 20-point lead against.
And it's come from the defensive end, hasn't it? Because I mean, only giving up 36 points.
You know, and that Bright, I can't talk enough about it. The Bright Cooker connection on the fast break has been real massive. As we see our wedge, the third one.
Yeah, we've
had a couple more.
We had two yesterday. That's number 3. All good things come in threes, don't they, Josh?
Oh yeah, that's what they say. As we have our referees trying to.
This is a bit embarrassing. Oh, it was great actually when you start coaching on the men's side and you get to like under 17s, the boys can just jump up and get it, and they love doing that as well.
It's when you get to the 19s where they're like looking at it like, you do it, no, you do it. That's when it gets like, which one of yous do it, please?
So here is Cook. Oh, lovely little give a go, but couldn't quite convert on it. Bright, deep shot is short, and the Turapa
Anna
comes
Bright
away.
has a very nice looking jump shot, Andrew. I like the form.
Well, I don't want to use a pun, but you could argue she's got a pretty bright future in the game.
Yeah, she does.
The way that she's going.
Yeah, she good skills. She can handle the ball, and she's very strong. And physical.
Well, you can see why she was in the Taranaki under-17s and then also their D-League team recently that played, hosted by Harbour. As we see another jump shot is good.
We played the Manua 2 team, so I saw a couple of these Manukura girls were in that D-League squad. I think
Legacy
Harrison,
Briseis Manel and Michaela Bell were all a part of that team.
Yeah, I was very impressed with Legacy Harrison. She looks like she has a good future. Great skill. There's a nice looking jump shot too.
So Opunake here with 6.5 minutes to play, up 60-36. And I think you can almost write their names on the medals, can't you, Josh? 24 points, 6 minutes. It's getting tough for Manukura.
Not impossible, but it's getting tough. And if you're getting calls, not getting calls go your way, and when you're down, it gets even tougher. I think this is a good settler. I believe Manukura took that time out just to figure a few things out. And we're looking very likely for a Ray Cameron interview.
I'm gonna have to be up all night, I think, thinking of good questions for Ray. I want to test him. I don't want to give him just the usual spiel.
Yeah. So that Ray Cameron there, an Adam Morgan interview from St Andrews College.
Animated. Those are 2 animated interviews.
Bronwyn Davidson.
Very eloquent.
Yeah.
That's going to be a nice one.
And sorry, this is my bad, I
have no idea who the Tauranga coach is.
Yeah.
X Factor one.
X Factor, yeah. They look like they're playing well. You know, they're 85-59 against a very good Hastings girls.
As you see, Coach Angelo Hill there taking North all in.
Yeah, he heard the call. Saw him when he walked in and said, "I'm glad you heard the call." And he goes, "Was that you?" And I was like, "That was me." Me and Andrew. As we see the new Plymouth boys walking in.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it, Josh? You know, walking around these courts, and you can't go through unscathed now through in these courts.
No.
That's Josh Thompson. He's on the live stream. Little celebrity at the moment.
I don't know about that one.
Lovely take, bit short on the finish. Hustle from Harrison, and puts it in after Papa Muri.
Yeah, Manukura have done some great things. They just haven't managed to convert on some of their open looks, and you know what that girl there, Bright, has been doing is instrumental for Opunake in the third and fourth game. And as we see Harrison with the offensive rebound.
And it's going to stay Manukura ball. And it's good to see Alyssa Hirawani, former Waikato player. Well, current Waikato player. She's played in the D-League, but helping out with the social media.
Yeah, she'll be also playing in next week's 3x3 Shit Cup down in Invercargill, which I believe, unfortunately, I'm at.
Oh no, another trip for Josh Thompson. What a shock.
With the mainland Poakai.
What are your thoughts on it? I find it interesting, the Tauihi League teams versus the regional teams. And I guess you could say a lot of the top players are pulled in by the Tauihi League teams.
I think it's great. It's just unfortunate the Tall Ferns camp is at the same time, so we're missing a few top line players. But I think it's a good concept because you get girls that are mixing in with the Tauihi League players, and they get to feel the intensity per se of what it's like to play at a professional level.
I think it's cool as well. I mean, we're seeing it with the boys, and I think we talked about it a bit before. We might see it for the girls. I think, I don't want to put words in someone's mouth, but Alafotu, for mine, is becoming a bit of a 3x3 specialist. Obviously a very good 5-on-5 player as well, but someone that's looking for a few more 3x3 opportunities, potentially, than the 5-on-5.
Yeah, for sure. We were lucky to get her services for the Tauihi League, and but she did great things for New Zealand overseas at the Commonwealth and World Cup. So I really enjoyed the season working with new players. You've obviously worked with Ella before with Harbour, and she's just an ultimate professional when it comes to practice and being ready to play, right?
Was fortunate enough to work with Ella in 2019, 2020, 21 with the Harbour Breeze. And as you said, consummate professional, and anything you tell her, as the Kuriwhiwhi Toru is going to be discussed.
I would have counted that. That looked like that.
I think it's good.
I think it's good. As we see Coach Cook saying it, left her hand before the buzzer went off.
And the basketball count. Yeah, Alafotu, give her information and should take it on board. And processes it so quickly to make the right decision. It's quite awesome, actually.
I like the fact that they discussed it. You know, one ref made one call, and the other one had to go, hey, hang on.
It's one of those things, isn't it, where you open yourself up for criticism. I saw a call in the Rangitoto versus Westlake game that was discussed and overturned, and one set of fans were not very happy about that one.
Yeah. I think that's where replay will come into play, I think, in the NBL as it's moved into the Aussie League a lot. I think it is.
Great pack cut there. Sorry, Josh.
No, you're good.
As the Hunter is drawn.
I think it is crucial to making the right calls, especially at the professional level. Making sure they are making the right calls. And we see Donaldson fouling out. She's been great for Manukura today in what she's done. She was instrumental in the start of their game, and she's been a workhorse.
Tournament team for me.
Yep. Obviously, I don't have anything to do with the tournament team. Do you have a vote for that?
No, funny enough, actually, 23s we got in D-League. We got asked to help pick it. 3x3. Were you and James Lisserman able to pick the MVP each night?
Yes, we were. Yep.
That was a bit of fun, wasn't it? Having a bit of power in the commentary booth.
It was.
Cook off the Papa Moody.
She's a bit animated there. She thought she got fouled.
I thought she was going like, yo, bucket.
She stared at the ref when she did that. Don't you just love the hustle?
I love the sportsmanship as well.
You know, down big and you're still fighting for that loose ball and not giving up.
On the AA quarter-final side, Josh, has there been any updates in the scores? I see Whangarei Girls versus Rotorua hasn't changed much. Is that a final score?
That looks like a final, 69-51. Stack 79-56. Westlake 83-47. And Tauranga Girls 89-67.
So one upset there, Hastings Girls. But I tell you what, Josh, 2023.
Yep.
That team could be a favourite.
It definitely is. I'll tell you one other team to look for in the future on the boys' side is that Waimea College boys team with, believing most of them are year 11.
Yeah, they can just shoot, man.
Yep.
They not surprising though when their head coach, in my mind, is the best left-handed shooter this country's ever produced, Phil Jones.
I don't think anyone's going to argue with that one, as you know, he is arguably one of the best players New Zealand has ever produced.
Great extra pass there for the Kuruwhiwhi Toru, and it's good. Michaela Bell.
And great penetration kick. I just think they've missed out a little bit more on those. If a few more of those could have dropped early in the game, it might have been a different story, but that's the way it is sometimes.
As we see another look at that extra pass, and always good when players don't hesitate, isn't it? Just straight into their pocket and up and in. As Georgia Symes is congratulated as she leaves the court with 2 minutes to play.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say Opunake will be going home with some hardware, the old rose gold they call it.
Are you calling it?
Yeah, I can call it now. We can call it now.
Can we? Yeah, I think we can call it 68-45, 23-24.
You know,
point lead.
Big ups for both coaches and staff and both teams, you know, to come this far, you know, chance for a medal, you know, losing in tough games yesterday in semi-final play. Third and fourth game is always one of the hardest to get up for, I always believe.
So here come Opunake into the final 90 seconds of the rose gold medal match. Right, finds a corner. Cook is fouled, and with Manukura in the bonus, she's going to shoot some free throws.
Yeah, Brown did a great job at staying in front, but I think she just reached there. Yeah, no. Or she just did well to get in front, just couldn't keep her hands out of the cookie jar there at the end. As we wind this one up, early predictions for our next game, Hatupolda and Manukura.
I'm going to go extremely biased. I'm going to go with the best dressed coach in the tournament. I'm going to go Te Tamara Frost. Manukura. What about you?
I think I'll lean more towards Manukura. Attribution have done a great job. I think they're well overachieved from what Tōmairangi has been saying. They were just happy to be here and had results go their way. So, but I'll pick Manukura as well.
Is Nick Fee involved in that team as well?
I believe Nick Fee is involved with Palmerston North Boys High School.
Ah, there we go. Just saw him talking there to Te Tamara Frost, and my brain just went kaput. Just working the ball around here, Opunake trying to get the best shot possible.
At the rim.
Off the tapa and the papamuri. And away come Manukura. They're going to have a couple more chances to finish, and they do just that. Brianna Jones.
It's a great seal there on the break from Brianna Jones, getting between her and the basket and their little dump off. And look at that. Brown still working hard, making bright. Nothing easy, right to the end, which is always what we love to see.
So here come Opunake, and potentially this could be their final possession of the game. Shot clock and game clock are going to end up about 24 as it expires, but just as I say that, curse it. And here come Manukura, their final possession of the game. Kick it out to the corner, the Kuruwhiwhi Toru off the back rim. And good fight there.
You know, fighting all the way to the end.
And are they going to try score? No, because there's going to be a foul called.
Yeah, and then she'll go to the free throw line for 2. I believe that's Holly Gesson.
The thing that's killed me every single game of every single quarter, and I've said it's a team's final position, it's never been their final position.
We might have to leave that out of your commentating and just leave it.
When we get into the finals tonight, I will not say that. And it looks like this game's going to finish right on time. Got another interview to film, Josh, after this.
Yep, and you're off, and I'll be back for the Boys A final.
Looking forward to that one, 7:30 tip. So we are all done here in the girls' 3rd and 4th single A matchup. Opunake winning the bronze medal over Manukura, 73-47. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with the boys between Hato Polder and Manukura. See you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this isn't about what we wore back in the day.
we're going to go now. Going once, going twice, no more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Whoops, running on empty? Enjoy a 6 cents per litre fuel discount at your local Caltex with Pumped every day. Ah, feels good, eh? Get it at any participating Caltex.